Here we go, the 77th country, Benin. So I took a bus from Niamey, Niger to Benin, Cotonou. It took like 22 hours. When I was trying to enter the Benin immigration, and as usual, they asked me where is my visa, and I tried to explain. I got a visa-free access to visit Benin, and I showed them my visa-free access country list. And after that, they asked me why I come to Benin. I said I'm a traveler, but they were, usually shocked because most of the time local trying hard to escape from their own country. So anyway, I made my way to Benin smoothly. So I arrived at Cotonou after midnight. And then actually I found a couchsurfing house in Cotonou, but since I would be arriving very late, and before I was checking online, I found that the accommodation is not that expensive. So I booked one night in a hotel, and I decided to come to my house the next day. So after I arrived at Cotonou, I took a motor taxi to the hotel where I booked. And after I arrived there, I found the reception doesn't speak much English, but I told him I got a booking. After that, he told me there was something wrong with their booking system. So the price I got earlier was not valid. Actually, the cheapest option to stay in a hotel costs €70. So I just feel annoyed because I took 22 hours buses. After that, I took a motor taxi, and I made all my way to here. And then upon arrival, I was being told something wrong. I haven't received any notice earlier, and I was tired, and then blah blah blah. So I just don't accept that. So I tried to ask their manager, and then their manager still can't sort it out if I want to stay in a hotel. So I just needed to pay. And then I was pissed off. And then after that, they told me they can offer me to sleep at the lobby on the couch. But I just don't care about this arrangement. And after that, I left the hotel, but it's so late, you can't even find a motor taxi. And then I just feel sad because it was actually Boxing Day. Perhaps other people will enjoy their present, but I was still on the road and without knowing where to stay. And after that, I cried, and then I came back to the hotel. I thought that they would give me a plan, but it was the same. And okay, after all that, I feel very exhausted, and then I just accept their offer. So I asked them for some mosquito spray, and then they offered me pillow and blankets. But it was during the night, it's so noisy, mosquitoes and the lights, so I barely slept. The next day I woke up and need to make my way to my host place, and I kind of didn't understand my host's address. And luckily I connected with some local people on social media. And then that guy used to study in China, so he speaks Chinese. So he helped me to translate the address to the motor taxi driver. So after I arrived the area, I borrowed someone's phone to call my host, but I was being told that was the wrong number. And then I feel so confused. But the local people asked some police who passed by the road to assist me. So they took me to find some budget option guest house. And together they were 3 guys, 1 police, 2 other local guys. And then they were trying to help me to negotiate it for the price. And eventually my host called back and said that there was something misunderstanding just now. And then I decided to come into my house. So my host Odens and another couchsurfer came to pick me up. They were shocked to see me. I was sitting at the back of the police motor, and then together on the left and the right hand side there were another 2 local guys with their motor. So they were joking on me, like the first time when they see me, it's like the king is coming. So I arrived at Auden's place, and her place is a daycare center. It was really basic. The facilities was rough, and then since the first night I didn't sleep well, and then it was during my period, I just want to get some sleep. So I decided to stay in a guest house before moving to hers. I told her I will come to her place later, and then she understand, and also Theo understand. So they helped me to find a guest house nearby her place, and then I stayed in the guest house. So the next morning, I got fully recovered after the rest. I went to Auden's place. I asked Theo if he want to go to Gavia with me. And in the beginning, he was a little bit hesitant, but I insisted asking to accompany with me. So after that, he said yes. So each of us took a motor taxi. So we bought the ticket for boat, and we didn't get any guide service. There were 2 kinds of boat. One is motor, one is manually, which is the second one. And it was my first time to see the people living on the water. I was very curious. And our boat was tiny, so we can cross some small channel. After I finished the boat trip in the afternoon, I went to the gallery by myself. And then I returned to the guest house. While during my shower, I washed my clothes, and then that's the reason how I caught the coat. And after that, I moved to Auden's place. She was a really kind local lady. She used to have an orphanage, but due to the lacking funds to cover the cost, so she closed it there, and nowadays she runs a daycare center for kids, mostly for single parent. And then even some kids' parents, sometimes they couldn't afford to pay, but she still take their kids, offer their 3 meals a day. And another character for Theo was from Toulouse. He, almost had a similar route with me, so we had a long conversation about traveling. And during New Year, I went to Ouida with Theo. We went to the Slave Road without any guide, and we went to the Python temple. We were both scared about a snake, but we encouraged ourselves to enter a room where there are like 40 to 50 pythons. And after saying goodbye to Theo, he went to Gabon. I went to Togo 1 week later. 1 week later, I came back to Ouida for the Udu festival. The Udu festival was full of people, reporter, traveler, local, governor, and different country embassies representative, and the local tourist authority. And then, in my perception, because I saw the worship, there were a lot of killing, including like baby goat. The most impressive one was like they killed the baby goat. They held with their mouth, and then after that they made circles, together with the music instrument hitting, and after that I decided to leave earlier because I can't stand anymore. But in my perception, it's like a killing festival. But anyway, it's nice to learn something about the Udu festival. And after that, I need to make my way back to Togo. So I took a shared taxi, delivered me to the border. And when I was trying to disembark, because it was my second time to disembark from this border, but still the officer asked me where was my visa, and then I needed to explain again. And after that, I got the disembark troop, but after I arrived at the checkpoint, the police told me there was something wrong, because actually they didn't stamp the exit chop. Instead they stamped a enter job. So I need to return back to the immigration officer to change.